Hey guys, it's Siobhan with To Kitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing monthly horoscope readings for the month of May. This is for Sagittarius, and that can apply to Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you don't know what your Moon and Rising sign are, then you can check out cafeastrology.com to get your natal chart for free. You just need to know your time and place of birth. A couple of housekeeping things before we jump into the reading. I want to thank you all, to my new subscribers and to my subscribers who have been with me from the very beginning, that we have reached 4,000. Actually, we're much over 4,000 now, but in celebration of that milestone, I'm offering a 50% discount off of my services. So all of the updated prices for personal readings or Reiki healing sessions can be found in the description box below. Just hit the show more button and send me an email if you'd like to book a personal reading or a healing session. Email me at siomcg41@outlook.com. And what else did I want to mention before we jump into the reading? This is a general reading, so it's not always going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If it's not resonating with you, then it just simply wasn't meant for you. You'll know if it was for you. A lot of people are very intuitive these days, and a lot of the world is waking up. So congratulations to those of you who are just waking up. Welcome to the spiritual community. Welcome to being awake. And to those of you who have been on this journey for a long time, thank you for assisting others as they wake up, because we are way showers. So I channeled some information, and I'm just going to jump into that now, which is I was feeling a lot of sun. So there was this very sun, solar focused energy, and I wrote down sun shining on, and I saw it like a sideways triangle. So I'm not super sure what that meant, but then later we had pyramids come in, so it can be tying into that. So the sun is giving you lots of activations right now. This is happening for the collective, but especially for the Sagittarius collective. There seems to be a lot of solar plexus activation and expansion. So the great central sun is sending these source codes through our sun, our personal sun of our solar system, and then into the great central sun of your own body, which is your solar plexus chakra, located just above your belly button and below your rib cage. And this is the seat of your power. This is your I am presence. It's also connected to your intuition and your self-confidence. So then I was seeing the pyramids, and these can relate to ancient healing, esoteric knowledge and wisdom, sacred geometry and shapes, and energy vortexes and portals. So right now there was a lot of absorbing and integrating of light codes going on, so pyramid shapes may help you if you're drawn to go get like pyramid organite or a pyramid copper, you know, those ones that are just like a frame of a pyramid. Those are really good as well. Or if you feel called to go to Egypt and to explore the pyramids, or to some other sacred sites on the planet where these light codes are coming in and being integrated into the grid, then trust your intuition, follow your intuition. And as I looked up, I saw 333 on the recording time. So that's very much for somebody specific. If you've been seeing 333, it's to trust your intuition and to trust your ascended masters that are with you, guiding you. So that's your spirit guides. What else did I see? Oh yeah, I saw being brought to your knees. So I saw this person being brought to their knees like they were crying, but it was in joy. It was like this sacred, humble gratitude and acknowledgement of this higher power. So this could be somebody waking up, or this could be somebody really just going through a really massive, intense spiritual activation, and being aware of this higher power, and as this higher power is growing within you, really being in awe of your own sacred power. All right, so let's jump into the reading and see what comes up for you guys, Sagittarius. If you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, you can check that out at the same handle as here on YouTube. So it's To Kitty and Beyond, all one word. I post, you know, one card updates or little energy updates from time to time. Sometimes it's different than what's happening on YouTube because it's more easy to update day to day. So if you want to follow me on there, you can do that. Oh, that wasn't a very good shuffle, was it? Okay. So, Sagittarius, month of May 2019, current self energy. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Theme of the month. Oh, that was fast. The Magician. Key goal. Nice. Six of Wands. Obstacle to overcome. Whoa, there's these two. So we have the Nine of Cups and Justice in reverse. Major accomplishment. Page of Cups. What to avoid. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Just going to move these up so I can fit them all in there. What to embrace. King of Cups in reverse. Where to find support. We have the World. And advice and encouragement really quickly there. The Five of Cups. Okay. So, Sagittarius, your current self is coming up as the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card of waiting. It's a card of inaction and patience. So this is saying that where you're at right now is kind of in this in-between phase. You're in between putting in the work of creating your manifestations and then seeing the payoff or the reward or the harvest. So this is one of the tougher periods to be in because you're not quite seeing the physical reflections of all of this intention that you've set, all of this work that you've put into something. And this can be physical work too, especially when it comes to money, because pentacles reflect finances. But I'm feeling that this is also very much about, it's not so much, I mean, it is about the physical, it is about the finances, it is about manifesting things in the real world. But it's also about your confidence in your ability to do that. And this is what's being tested right now in your current state, is that you kind of have to trust that you are powerful and that this is working, but it may not be quite time to manifest yet. But the theme of the month is the Magician. So there's a lot of manifestation going on. There's a lot of creation. There's a balance, and this inner power is really, really being activated. And again, I'm being drawn to the yellow here, which relates to solar plexus. Your solar plexus chakra vibrates at the frequency of yellow, and that's why it really relates to that sun energy. That's why it's called solar plexus. So it's very sun oriented. It's that yellow, bright energy. So if you're feeling called to go out and spend time in the sun, make sure that you're drinking enough water, because the sun is really, really strong right now. And I find for myself personally, I can't be out in the sun for more than like 20 minutes a day anymore, because it's just been so intense. There's been a lot of flares, there's been coronal mass ejections, there's been all over halo coronal mass ejections. Like, this is next level stuff, you know? So use this power to create, because you're being stimulated, you're being activated, and you have the ability to come into this victory, which is the key goal. So this is you really manifesting and doing something really powerful and being recognized for it too. So this could be you really stepping into your leadership role, or stepping up into your ability to manifest what it is you want, and really feeling victorious about that, really feeling good about what you can do, really having achieved the goal that you set out to achieve. So keep the faith that this is coming, because you have the Magician and the Six of Wands. So this is very much you guys achieving your goal. but there may not be physical representations of that right now. So you may just have to keep the faith a little bit longer until you get to that point. Now, the obstacle to overcome, we have the Nine of Cups and the Justice card in reverse. So this is interesting to me. There maybe have been some kind of an injustice or an imbalance around your ability, or feeling like you have not had the ability to create your own happiness, because again, the yellow is here. So yellow is solar plexus. And there, it's almost as if what you've manifested in the past was, in fact, not fulfilling. So, for example, you might think that you want this one particular job, or this one particular significant other, or this one particular car, and you have your heart set on that, and you really, really want that specific thing. And so you put all this time and this energy into manifesting that thing, and then you get it. But then you realize once you have it, it's really not actually that fulfilling, because it just leaves you wanting more. You're like, okay, now I have that, so now on to the next thing. Like, what else do I want? Something bigger, something better. This is an infinite process. It goes on forever. The only true fulfillment can come from within. It comes from a sense of purpose, a sense of balance, and a sense of justice. So yes, you have the ability to create your own happiness and your own contentment, but there needs to be inner balance in how you're going about that and in what you're trying to manifest. So the obstacle here is just balancing yourself and being honest with yourself about what it is that's really going to fulfill you, not what's just going to impress others. Because the Nine of Cups can sort of symbolize in this deck that it's all kind of a facade. It's all a little bit of a stage show that you're putting on. And this may be because there are people watching you. There are people, the Six of Wands, he rides in to accolades from the people in his town. They're celebrating his victory, but just because other people are celebrating your victory doesn't mean that you're going to be fulfilled. You have to find that fulfillment for yourself, not to impress anybody else. All right. So the major accomplishment here is the Page of Cups. And this is basically touching on that last thing that I was just saying, which is the Page of Cups is this new beginning in a way of finding your inner fulfillment. So this is becoming a student and starting fresh in a way of thinking about what it means to you to really be happy. Like truly happy, like not momentarily happy, but really, really happy, so that when things do get a little bit skewed or go a little bit awry, you have that balance within you to be able to still feel happiness and contentment and have that faith in your personal power. So, for example, if all of your happiness is based on material things, and then all of those material things are taken away from you, of course you're not going to be happy, because the happiness was contingent upon physical things, which are finite. True happiness is infinite because it comes from within. You generate it yourself. You make it yourself. You are the creator. You manifest this. You create this. And it comes from a place of unconditional love, which is what that source energy is coming in right now. It's super, super high vibrational, unconditional love and light. So this is you stepping out onto that journey and kind of relearning how to make yourself happy and how to manifest what it is that's going to make you happy. Because what to avoid is getting too caught up in the physical. So this is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, is things. Avoid getting too caught up in the physical aspects of life, what you have, how much you make, what people think of you. These are all physical things, and you can't take them with you. They won't bring you true, long-lasting fulfillment and happiness and joy. They can bring you momentary happiness and joy. I mean, we all like to go shopping. We like to get something new. It brings us happiness for a limited period of time, but then it fades and we need something new. So this is avoid falling back into that old pattern. That's not going to make you happy. You've tried that, you've tested it, it didn't work for you. And sometimes you've just been left waiting for your happiness, waiting for your harvest. But it every time the harvest comes, it turns to ash in your mouth. Because it's not true, it's not real. What's real is the non-physical, not the physical. It's the opposite of the way that we've been conditioned to think. So, what to embrace? We have the King of Cups. Now, I want to get a clarifier on that because it's the King of Cups in reverse. So, let's see. King of Cups in reverse. We have 2 cards as clarifiers. The Star and the Ace of Autumn. So, we have the Ace of Pentacles again. Once in reverse and once upright. So a windfall of money, advice or assistance from others, a very successful project, and a happy change in your career. The Star says, look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. So you may have actually gone through some kind of a loss, or you may be have gone through in the past a period of a little bit of a struggle financially or physically. And now this is telling you that there's hope. Don't despair. Embrace the changes. Embrace the emotional upheaval that these have caused because it happened for a reason. It had to shake you, to awaken you, to really get you to understand that this isn't going to make you happy. Happiness comes from within. But then as soon as you come into this balanced state of love and emotional clarity, it's ironic because that's when the physical things start to flow to you. So it's when you have less of an attachment to the physical that you actually start attracting more abundance and more physical things. So, but at that point, you're like, I don't really need this to be happy. I'm already happy, and it just kind of builds on that happiness, and you attract all of these wonderful opportunities and new career paths and all of these different things. You may be moving into some kind of a counselor or leadership role, and when it comes to emotionally healing others, this could be just for one particular person, for a small group of people, because the Star is very much about healing and helping others to heal. The King of Cups is that energy as well. He's a natural counselor. He's really good as a therapist. He's really good at being a wayshower to other people who are awakening. So if you're feeling called to that, there's going to be an opportunity for you to step into that role. And I feel like that's what's going to bring you that sense of fulfillment that you've been lacking in other physical aspects of your life and your career. So there's going to be an opportunity here to help the world. And where to find support? We have the world. So this is the completion of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Very, very much so, because we've got the Magician, the Page, 2 Ace of Pentacles, and the World. So this is like a big completion of a cycle and a very new, fresh start, lots of new opportunities. And this is something that you've manifested based on you're seeking this sense of fulfillment that you possibly haven't had in the past. So where to find support is the world. The world is supporting you. And when you support the world, there's that balance, right? So whatever you want from others, give, because it's a two-way street, and the energy is dualistic in that nature where it's a polarity. There's a spectrum. So it's not like giving is the opposite of receiving. They're the same energy, just on 2 separate sides of the spectrum. So they're intricately connected. It's like 2 sides to the same coin. So when whatever it is that you're feeling like you lack, Go out and give that. And that's difficult to do sometimes. Like if you're feeling that you're lacking money, it's hard to bring yourself to go out and give away money, like to donate. But that's what you kind of have to do. And if you don't have the money to donate, go donate your time, donate your energy, because money is just energy. It's a sort of twisted form of energy, but it can become pure when the intention is there for it to be pure and good. And the same thing is with your energy. You can twist it to whatever will that you want. So if you have the intention of it being pure and good and offering it to others willingly, that's what you're going to receive from the world. See a beautiful world, and that's what you'll get. And advice and encouragement is the 5 of Cups. So this is advising you not to focus on what you've lost, but to focus on what you have coming in the future. And what you have right now. So he's mourning crying over spilled milk, as it were, of what's happened in the past, because he's looking to the left, which is past, but behind him to the right are 2 full cups. But he doesn't see them because he's too busy focusing on what he's lost, not what he has or what he's going to gain. So whatever was taken away from you was taken away for a reason, because something much better, more fulfilling is coming for you, is coming through you, because the world doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. Whatever's going on within you, you're going to see reflected in your outward reality. So you kind of have to take back your power and your sovereignty in that sense and step up to the plate and say, I'm in control of my life. I'm in control of my mind. I'm in control of my energy and my emotions. And so this is a 5 card, which is change. So embrace the change. There's definitely a change because you've got this very clear completion, all of these new activations coming in, and all of these opportunities. So that's really positive for you. This is a pretty clear-cut reading. I think we're just going to jump right into the Oracle card to close it off. So Sagittarius crystal, it's that one there. Ooh, Labradorite. I love this crystal. Now, this is the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle by Judy Hall. And these cards are imbued with very powerful energy of the crystal itself. So focus on absorbing the energy of the crystal as I read out the description of it. And if you feel called to go out and get some, I'm sure you can find some at your local metaphysical or crystal shop, usually for $1 or $2. Tumbled stones, little small ones, aren't too expensive usually. Or if you have some of this month would be a good time for you to pull it out and work with it. So Labradorite is the mind's eye. Labradorite raises your consciousness to connect to mystical dimensions and the highest protective energies. It strengthens your faith in yourself and aids in intuitive guidance. Self-understanding. You are an intuitive being with the gift of foresight. Keep yourself grounded. The veil between the worlds is thin. You could easily confuse yourself with imaginings. Aim for clear insights. Hold on to common sense. It is your most effective tool in assessing intuitions and acting on those that are valid. Beware psychic vampires. Ensure that you do not have a leaky aura. You face a temporary setback, but a sudden reversal of fortune is possible. Be careful what you wish for. It may come true. Raise your consciousness to the highest levels. Labradorite indicates capricious love. Giving your energy away is bad for your health. Establishing an efficient interface with the outside world will protect your well-being. And this represents opening the inner eye. So it's interesting because that touched on a couple of different themes from the reading here. So you activating your intuition, big time. Confusing what it is that you want. So confusing yourself with imaginings. That's interesting. Facing a temporary setback, sudden reversal of fortune, but you can switch that as well because you have this opportunity. So there may have been a reversal of fortune, but you did get the Ace of Pentacles in the upright as well as in the reverse. So whatever you've lost, it's actually going to be returned to you, or you're going to get something even better. And it's interesting that it says giving your energy away is bad for your health. I'd like to put a little caveat there because that's not necessarily true. In some contexts, it is. If you're allowing your energy to be taken from you, that's not healthy. There needs to be boundaries, and the solar plexus chakra is very much about setting personal boundaries and having people respect those boundaries. And it's also about giving away. I want to use the different terms here: giving away your energy and sharing your energy. They're two completely different aspects of the same thing. So again, there's this spectrum where if you're giving it away, it's kind of it does drain you. If you're sharing it, it's actually building you up, because when you share, you're affirming to the universe that you have more than enough, and so you can share. If you're giving it away, it's almost like there's this lack of self-worth, like I'm not worthy of having this, and therefore I'm going to give it away and expect nothing, or sometimes expect something in return and then not get it and be disappointed. So take what resonates for you, because there's a lot of different things there. But this is establishing an efficient interface with the outside world to protect your well-being. So you're supported by creating boundaries with the world and also assisting the world. So there's a couple of different things there. Very interesting. I've worked with Labradorite. I have a beautiful little Labradorite heart, and it's not as vibrant and blue as this one, but I like it that way because it kind of looks like a diamond in the rough. It's very dark mossy green on the outside, and then when you shift it, it catches the light and you can see that blue vibrancy shining through from the inside. So it shows me that there is this beauty within, and that we all have this natural iridescence within our auras, within our energy, and it's up to us to really polish ourselves to make that shine. And sometimes when we're polishing, we do have to experience a little bit of friction. There needs to be things that aren't necessarily what we like, but that's teaching us what it is that we do want and what it is that is going to be best for us. Be careful what you wish for, because you're super, super powerful right now, and whatever you're focusing on, you're going to manifest. So make sure you're staying positive, and the friction, whatever's happening on the outside, is actually going to benefit you by allowing this inner radiance to shine through. So that is Labradorite, for those of you who would like to go out and pick some of this up. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, this is a general reading. Not everything's going to apply to everybody. Just take what resonates and leave the rest here for somebody else. And again, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, take advantage of that 50% off, because it's going to be going on for the rest of the month, and then after that, it's going to go back up. Yeah, Reiki healing can really help you to clear and activate this energy that's coming in through you, and to put it to its greatest potential so that you will have this victory, this very fulfilling victory, not necessarily a superficial victory. And personal reading, if you need one, can really help you to access more information as to your personal journey and what it is that you're trying to learn, what it is that you're moving into, all of that kind of stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Don't forget to like and comment. I love interacting with you guys. All right, we'll see you next month. Bye.